I announced in August of this year, which was 4 years to the day that I got sworn in at Sac State, and I was lucky enough to have my mom be able to stand with me as I took the oath. And my mom passed away 4 or 5 months after that. And so it's been truly the honor of my professional career to be police chief in this department in the community that I grew up in. And when I say this community gave me so much, I don't just say that as like a tagline. I was adopted at 3 months old by my mom and dad, and my dad died when I was 5. I witnessed a murder when I was 9. I grew up at the corner of 33rd and 2nd Avenue. Drug dealing, prostitution was a daily occurrence on my corner. I grew up during the crack epidemic. Again, I witnessed somebody shot and murdered in front of our house when I was 9, testified when I was in junior high in Superior Court in a jury murder trial. That's not normal for a kid. I was arrested when I was 16 for assault on an officer, on a Sac PD officer. My younger brother was murdered at 19th and G in 1992, and I responded to the call as a police officer and had to call my mom, tell her youngest son was dead. But all through growing up, I had second moms, third moms, second dads, third dads, the Moores, the Lees, that my mom allowed to help essentially raise me. And so, when you talk to somebody outside of Oak Park, when I was in community college, people would often ask me, how'd you make it out of Oak Park? Well, when I was in community college, I was still living in Oak Park. So I said, one, I didn't make it out of Oak Park. I still live there. And two, I'd say, there's nothing to run from. Like, I loved growing up in Oak Park. So when I say that I was so fortunate and blessed to be adopted and raised by an amazing, basically single mom, but also by Oak Park, because all these other parents, raised me, and my mom allowed that. And too many times nowadays I see parents that don't allow the community to help raise their child. And so I wouldn't be sitting here if my mom hadn't adopted me at 3 months old. I'd have most likely bounced around from foster home to foster home, being the category of person I was. And, our correctional system, our criminal justice system is filled with foster kids. I guarantee you, if it wasn't for my mom and for Oak Park, I would not be, you would have no reason to interview me. You wouldn't be sitting here right now, because I wouldn't be sitting here right now, or you'd be talking to somebody else. And so that has never escaped me. And so this city and my mom have changed my life, and she changed a lot of people's lives in Oak Park and throughout the city. So through this job and everything I'll do for the rest of my life, that's what I'm going to try to do, and use whatever influence I have, whatever role I have, to be able to try to change people's lives. So I'm very grateful that I've had the ability to be police chief. That comes with a lot of responsibility, but also a lot of opportunity to try to change people's lives. Well, there's a couple of moments that stand out to me. One, and first and foremost, was losing Tara. That is something that you probably still can't explain. It's somebody I knew. She's one of the first people I met when I came back. She was at Sac State. She was a Lex student. But her and Natalie had these personalities that just were infectious, that most people don't have. I know I don't have. And people everybody loved them. And you just saw them as people that were going to change the community through being police officers. And both were taken from us very, very early in their careers. So that's one of the things that I will always remember and always be dedicated to caring for their families who have lost so much I couldn't imagine. But in terms of things that, on the positive note, that I would remember, I just think it's the little things that you wouldn't even probably talk about on a resume or something like that. I can remember being in the barber shop where I get my hair cut in Del Paso Heights, and just sitting in the chair getting your hair cut one day, and a man walks in and says, "Are you Chief Hahn?" And Yeah. And he says, I just want to say thank you. And I'm like, for what? He goes, my son heard you speak somewhere, which I still have no clue where that was. And after hearing you, he was convinced to follow his dream and go into the police academy. At the time, this was a couple years ago. He was in some police academy in Yolo County. And he said that was because something you said. And so when I think about that, I think of my mom, who changed so many lives, including mine, but so many other people's lives because of what she did for other people, what she said, how she said it, those sort of things. And I feel like I've done like maybe 1/5 of what my mom did. And those are the things that I remember more than any of the probably things people would think about.